Hey, what's up, everybody? Kaler here, coming to you live. 9 a.m. pre-market prep. Topic of today: quantum computing. It's all over my radar. I'm seeing it all over the news feed, all over all my little news pop-ups. People are putting out YouTube videos. They're having conferences. They're having big talks. The big companies are talking about it. And if you're not interested in this, then shame on you. But it's something that we're interested in. We're talking quantum annealing. We're talking about computing these problems in seconds instead of years and years. So if this is new to you and new to somebody like a listener that's never heard of this stuff before, it's okay. Smash that like because we brought it to you first. And then now open up your mind, go into the rabbit hole and figure it out. Start Googling what is quantum computing? What is it? Learn about stuff like that. That's just what we do here. We bring you ideas about things you may have never heard of before. And then maybe you can go in and research them. We have it in our newsletter that we'll be talking about later, talking about how this could be the future could be now. Some of these articles we were reading, they date back in, a couple years ago, talking about how it was in its infancy, that we were just in the very beginnings of what could happen with this space. So we have companies that are tradable currently that are in the space of quantum computing. So we'll be dropping those tickers in there. Watch for the bulls list in the newsletter. But today we're going to be talking about a couple things that I wanted to be, just straight up real with you guys and say, this shit's hard out here. Waking up in the morning every day, doing the research, finding videos out there between any space. If I'm not having a conversation with somebody physically, if there's not a person in front of me, I am constantly reading or watching a video. I'm learning every day. I'm trying to figure out everything I don't know. And if you're one of those people that, just said, I just don't give a shit anymore and I want to learn about more things than I know now, then, good for you, because it takes a lot of guts to do that. And usually what happens if you end up like me, I have, usually my Word document set up, but I have notes and I take these notes down, and I'll flip them over, I'll draw, I'll have ideas, I'll have different thoughts and different words, especially if I hear a word. One thing that I'll recommend for you, if you hear a word you don't know, always write that down. That's something that's helped me tremendously, was understanding that if I don't know the word, then I need to know it. And then typically what happened I'll write that word down, I'll start researching that word, and then there'll be 50 other words inside of there that I don't know. And then I have to go back and find, the technical understanding around the basis of the idea that I'm actually trying to research. I'll be like, hey, I'm trying to solve this problem. How do I solve the problem? Well, what I want to do is I want to go ask Google, right? That's what most people are going to do. They're going to ask Google. They're going to say, hey, Google, she came up right there. So they're going to say, hey, Google, what is this, blah, 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 et cetera, example. And then it'll give them an answer. And then they'll go down, they'll click the button, they'll get the ones that are ads, they'll click more, it'll say, did you mean this? Were you suggesting this? That's Google's solving a problem for you. You asked it a question, it's trying to compute the problem to you with data that it finds out there in the web. So now, what if we can do difference for trading? In my opinion, this is how I'm thinking. This is all my opinion, guys. If you get what I'm saying, I'm not fucking telling you guys to go invest and do something stupid with your money. I'm here to talk to you and give you an opinion from someone that's just like you. Most of you people that come in here, you're either in the same area of trading I am, in the retail world. You've been trading for investing maybe for 10 to 15 years, but now been trading for 3 to 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Full time, once you do it, you start realizing things that you never knew. Every day I learn something new about trading that I wish I would have known before. So what we're going to be going over with the quantum computing and algo trading and talking about where it fits into the realm of investing and trading and ideas like that. Well, where I'm at would be, if I have a problem that I need my brokerage to buy and sell at a certain period of time with certain strategies that I've put in place, I want it to execute efficiently, effectively, and without error, without flaw. And the faster computing we have, the quicker we can make these decisions and even have maybe some opinions written into the algorithm for the computing of what you're trying to, of the problem. So whatever you're trying to accomplish. But I won't keep rambling on about that. I just wanted to go in a little bit with you guys and just talk, real to real, man to man, woman to man, man to woman, man to whatever, whoever, whatever, I just want to be here with you guys and talk about it. And before I move on to the newsletter, before I move on, I started out with a crazy ass morning, and I can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. So I hear thud, boom, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, what's going on? So I jump out of bed, run upstairs. The wife, she has the 3-year-old in the bathroom. She's the 3-year-old sick and the 1-year-old sick. They're both throwing up lately. I won't get too into it, but she's running in there, slips, bow, face first, right, busted her lip all up, all on the door. And I'm like, oh my God. So this is how my morning starts, right? But the reason why I'm sharing my personal things like this with you, and hopefully I hope she doesn't get mad if she sees this. I'm not trying to embarrass her in any way. I hope she's okay up there, and I will be checking on her right after this again. But I was with her for a few hours afterwards, and we talked. So hopefully she's okay sitting up there with those 2 girls, and I'll be up there to help, because I want you to understand that if you can find a way to make some financial freedom for yourself, even if you're behind on bills, you could be behind on a lot of things out there, right? And still catch up on your own terms. You can catch up by maybe creating something for yourself and growing and realizing that, quit investing your money into things that don't matter and actually putting time into yourself, investing in yourself, investing into research and understanding where you should put your money. So, I don't know. Preparation was where I was going with that, and being able to just jump right in and just say at any moment's action. I kind of went on a tangent, but on any moment's action, if something like that happens, we can't predict the future, right? Always. We can compute problems, but we can't predict the future. And sometimes things like that, bad PR, bad news, you wake up with a headache, you're hungover, you're tired, everything. What's up, Matt? Welcome. Thanks for commenting, man. I appreciate that. Everybody, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to continue getting content like this, and drop a comment below. Let us know how you're doing, where are you coming from, what's going on, what's your position with the market. Are you going cash, sitting on hands, trading? What are you doing? Are you learning about new things? And if you are, drop what you're learning about. It'll really help. Really helps us out too. Hit that share button and maybe get some people on your page that happen to like this stuff in with us learning and growing. So jumping into the newsletter right now, new face, new things going on right here at the newsletter. All right, Elite Trading Morning Brew. So get your brew of investing ideas, thoughts, theories, things that we are looking at in the market right now. And one of them, main thing that we've been talking for the topic today, is quantum computing and algorithmic trading. And is the future here, and is it already available for some and not for others? Will it be available for the retail world to be able to use some of these functions in the future? Possibly, but probably not in the near future, in my opinion. Maybe 5 to 10 years down the road you might get lucky, but we'll see here. So DMYI, possible trade idea on the corner there for the SPAC. If you see that, you have Morning Brew offers our ideas and future thinking. Have you gone down the rabbit hole with us? Well, we are currently diving in now, and we've been talking about the quantum computing. If you haven't been here with us, hit that like and what it's going to do for us. Is it going to do what classic computing did for us previously, with solving these problems that we thought would take hundreds of years, but now they're going to boom instantly. Now, we don't want them to solve all of our problems. We don't want computers to know all the answers for everything. If I want to scratch my ass, I don't want the computer to solve and scratch it for me. I don't want that. I don't want to be out here with too much AI, but I do want some help with some daily problems, and maybe with business, it'll really help ramp up some things for some companies. So we saw in the headlines that we had, if you guys read that, I saw the Dogecoin, just kidding, remark, and I forgot I had that in there. But anyway, names that were included in this space lately have been like IBM, Honeywell, Dogecoin, just kidding. Sorry, I had to make sure I dropped that. I kind of effed that up. But we have been seeing articles from Cambridge Quantum hiring their new head of AI. So they're getting into more into this space. And you're going to see bigger names jumping into this. And Google, Microsoft, Baba, all this stuff is future stuff for us. This is what we're thinking. What's going to happen? We want to bring it to you early. Bulls today, RFP. It's a forest product and they sell forest products. And today we saw that they had 400% rise in volume for trading over the average volume. So I think it was 4 million, and then the average is 1 million. That right there, radar. Doesn't matter if it's going up or down. I just know it's on my radar. I'm going to be on it, but I think it's bullish for today. We have GFN. We have Clove. The reason why we had GFN on there is because they have an earnings coming out estimated on May 5th. May 5th. Watching for maybe a nice earnings run for them. CLOV, 249 million in volume to an average 40 million in volume. So watching them on the watch list. BAC, long the banks. When times get scary, I'm long gold, I'm long banks, I'm going with what's safe. If all this stuff falls apart, if the bubble exists, if we think NFTs, crypto, all this stuff that's making a lot of money for people, and they start selling it and getting off a margin and things of that nature, then, safe places are what's old is safe. But maybe that's not the same case forever, but I think for the short term, it's still the case. I don't think that old money and even new money is 100,000%. That's what we're trading at, those evaluations. If you're paying thousands of percent over the company's current worth, in my opinion, you're doing it backwards, and you need to be researching, investing early, and then having conviction in your trades and maintaining that conviction until it fails, or it gives you true reason that you're okay to get out. And then in my opinion, sometimes I just don't want to look at it again. But that's what I got. I'll leave you with that today. Only bulls, no bears. New newsletter. We hope you like the morning brew. Let us know if you like the morning brew better than you do the normal. If not, we'll go back to the old newsletter. Just wanted to try something new for you guys. Give it a new look, new feel, and give it a little more depth when it comes to what we're talking about, the articles, and some research behind that. So hopefully you enjoyed this morning's pre-market prep. And if you have any ideas for us to add to the show, if you ever want to come in, jump in on a Zoom with me and talk your thoughts, your opinions, if you're available in the mornings around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, between 9 and 9:30, please reach out. Even if we want to do an 8 a.m., 8:30, I'll definitely jump in earlier. So we would love to have some of our members jump in and start contributing to the online atmosphere here for Elite Trading. So I'm holding a ton of 2023 contracts on a lot of banks, says Matt Littlejohn, and he's selling covers. Love it. Love selling covers. We talk, that's my favorite. It's such a simple strategy, but it's one of my favorite strategies. And if you're not an options trader and you only own stocks, if you own 100 shares, we have that video. Watch that on our YouTube channel. Please hit that like button, watch it. But it says, if you own 100 shares of any company, then you should know about selling covered calls. It's basically free money. The only risk is not making as much as you would have. That's literally the only thing you have to worry about. So, do you guys want to go to the charts today? Let's go to the charts. Let's look at them. Let's pull up the charts. All right, so let's get this to where it's normal. And move this. All right. All right, boom. So, let's go with... What was the one? The one from the newsletter. DMYI. Yeah, DMYI. Up 13 cents. Looks like it's caught with some of those algo trading just from the way that volume and those little bars look. It's just something that just sticks out to me typically when I see that. And what I mean by that is this right here. I call this algos when I see these little pins and dots and things like that that just look weird. I feel like something else has got a control of it. Identifying algorithmic trading in stocks, I don't know if it's out there. I'm sure it is. If I think of it, it's usually been out there, but just people haven't heard of it yet. Maybe people listening to this show haven't heard of it, but if you could find a scanner for that to tell me what looks like it's been trading through a consolidation period, possibly, or being controlled or manipulated by algorithmic trading, then that would be a great tool to have. So, we have your clearest line of support. If it breaks 1018, you have a downside of a risk reward of, I'd say, 20 cents to the downside. So I'd give it to $10 even. And I would try to possibly get in around here and try to hopefully get one of these marks between the two yellow lines that we place here. So I mean, that's you got a small upside, but if you get in at 10.30, 10.20, 10.19, 10.18, somewhere in there, then you have a 20 cents downside, and then you have a dollar upside almost, 80 cents upside. So I mean, that's a decent trade opportunity. And then look at all this back here. You have a lot of selling that needs to get some. We got some of it back, but it never came back. Look, we're down. We just did never get buyers for this. So maybe another sell off to the 9s somewhere, 950s, and then you get another run 980s, but we'll see. That is a stock symbol DMYI. So let's pull up one on all those on the list. IBM. Strong chart. Looks like it might take another run here. INTC. INTC, we've got nice breakout from the lows here, 42.80, 42.80. That was the big entry every time. Everyone loves it. So maybe you can get a nice run here if it breaks that 69.29, but it looks like it's possibly going to take a nice little pullback, in my opinion, before that next run to somewhere in this area. So I'd be looking for maybe I'll probably set alerts for all of these here, and this is how I like to trade. I'll put lines that I care about, points of entry, points of interest, and I'll set alerts, and they'll alert me when the price reaches past a certain level, and then it'll tell me, okay, hey, let's move down to, this is a daily, so let's move down. Now look at that. Now we've got something that looks like a real trade here, 60 to 69, so 68. So what if you're right here in this middle, and you're a trader like some of the members in our group, and we say we're going to sell the $68 call or $70 call, and we're going to sell the $60 put, and you collect that premium, whether it's small amounts or, depending on your expiration, there could be a decent premium on theirs. And then you may even be able to take that tighter if you have a little more risk associated with your account, or if you know what you're doing a little more and understanding when to get out or how to execute and get out of your trade if it does go against you. Big thing to know about when you're selling options is knowing what the risk is when you're entering that position. So let me get my face out of the way here. Oh, oopsie. Technical difficulties. So let's say that right here you have these areas, and you come in and you have support down here at 63.41, and we're coming up here to 64.75, and it's breaking. If it breaks past 65.61, that's when you have this nice run to the upside possibly. So we want to see them break through this 65.50 area and then bust out. If not, they could break down right here past this level. We're bringing in tighter, 63.67, and then you have this downside target. So we have a downside target to 60. People don't want stocks to go down, do they? So upside target 68.49 if you're bullish on INTC, in my opinion. You have MSFT. Microsoft just took a nice couple days. That was just a good week, good month for them. 260, sitting pretty, down 80 cents, but who cares after that run? You guys don't care. Look for a continuation or possible pullback into these levels here. 246, no way, it's too far. I don't see that happening unless you get possibly more like, if you're lucky on a pullback, you get $5, but I don't know. This thing is ripping and roaring. I'm not short Microsoft, I'll tell you that. Last but not least, let's look up earnings on INTC is 422. Okay, that's good to know. Writing that down. Make sure you guys check out Matt. I think you guys did drop the earnings calendar in the chat for the Discord server for free, by the way. You can find this stuff free anyway, but it's all in one place gathered for you. If you want to help support us and you want us to bring more information, pay me. I mean, obviously, pay me some money, show some support. At least hit subscribe on the YouTube. Come on, something. But we're going to get you guys more and 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 more. More courses, more training, nonstop. We're always going to keep growing, and we're going to keep learning for you guys. And hopefully give you more trade ideas with our community as it grows. We have the crypto team growing, and we'll step back and talk a little bit about that. We have crypto team growing big time, and if you want to support them, please reach out. We want to get the content for them to be boosted to your favor. So time is money, and money is time. So make sure we support the team, support them. Appreciate you guys. Smash those buttons. You know what they are. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys. Drop a comment below before you get out of here. Let us know where you're watching from, or let us know if you're bullish or bearish on this market. Neutral. Tell us what you guys are thinking, and we appreciate everything you do for us. Welcome to the Elite Trading community. Welcome to the team. Great people here. Stay blessed. Stay in the green, my friends. I'm going to go check on the wife's lip and make sure that she's okay today. Refill on the coffee, and you know what it is. We're out.